Have you ever wondered what truly sets highly intelligent people apart? Most people think it's just about solving complex math problems or having a photographic memory. But science suggests that high IQ often hides behind some very unexpected traits. Some of these signs might even seem like weaknesses or strange habits to others. But in reality, they are the hallmarks of a brain that processes the world differently. In today's video, we're diving into the 10 surprising signs of a high IQ. Whether it's how you handle curiosity or even your sleeping patterns, you might realize that you are much smarter than you ever thought. Stick around until the end, because the last sign is something almost everyone gets wrong. Let's get started. One of the clearest signs of a high IQ is the ability to adapt quickly. People with high IQs don't get stuck when things don't go as planned. Instead of wasting time complaining, they adjust their strategy. Research shows that high IQ individuals are better at recognizing patterns and changes in their environment. This allows them to respond faster and more effectively than others. When faced with something new, they don't panic. They observe, analyze, and find a way to make it work. Think about it. When a situation suddenly changes, do you freeze or do you adapt? High IQ isn't just about knowing a lot. It's about being able to shift your thinking in real time. Because in the end, a high IQ mind doesn't resist change. It uses it to its advantage. One of the strongest signs of a high IQ is an intense curiosity about the world. People with high IQs don't just accept things at face value. They ask questions. A lot of questions. They want to know how things work, why things happen, and what's behind everything they see. Research shows that high IQ individuals are naturally driven to explore new ideas and seek deeper understanding. This constant curiosity helps them learn faster and think more critically. They don't settle for simple answers. They dig deeper, connect ideas, and look at things from different angles. Think about it. Do you often find yourself questioning things others ignore? Because a high IQ mind isn't satisfied with what. It's always searching for why. You often feel like you don't know enough. It might sound strange, but this is actually a powerful sign of a high IQ. People with high IQs are more aware of how much they don't know. The more they learn, the more they realize how much knowledge is still out there. Instead of feeling overconfident, they stay humble. They question their own understanding and constantly look for ways to improve it. Research suggests that high IQ individuals are less likely to overestimate their abilities. They see the gaps in their knowledge, and that pushes them to keep learning. You're a night owl. Staying up late might be more than just a habit. It can be a sign of a high IQ. Studies show that people with higher IQs are more active and focused at night. When the world is quiet, their minds become sharper and more creative. Instead of following a normal routine, they prefer working when there are fewer distractions. This gives them more space to think deeply and explore ideas. Think about it. Do you feel more productive at night than during the day? For many high IQ individuals, nighttime isn't for resting. It's when their brain performs at its best. A messy environment. A cluttered space might look like chaos, but it can be a sign of a high IQ. Research suggests that people with higher intelligence often focus more on ideas than on keeping things perfectly organized. Their attention goes to thinking, creating, and solving problems, not cleaning every detail. In fact, a messy environment can sometimes boost creativity. It allows the mind to break free from structure and explore new possibilities. For many high IQ individuals, a messy room doesn't mean a messy mind. It means their brain is busy working on something bigger. A good sense of humor. Being funny is actually a serious sign of intelligence. Research shows that people with a great sense of humor, especially those who enjoy clever wordplay or even dark humor, tend to have much higher IQ scores. Why? Because humor requires cognitive processing. To make a good joke, your brain has to quickly find hidden connections, understand different perspectives, and time the delivery perfectly. It's a complex mental workout that average brains often struggle with. In fact, studies show that comedians often score much higher on verbal intelligence tests than the average person. If you can make people laugh with quick, witty remarks, it's a clear indicator that your brain processes information faster and more creatively. Do you have a dark or a witty sense of humor? Let me know. You enjoy being alone. Enjoying time alone isn't loneliness. It can be a sign of a high IQ. People with higher intelligence often prefer solitude because it allows them to think deeply without distractions. They don't rely on constant social interaction to feel fulfilled. Instead, they use that time to reflect, learn, and explore their own thoughts. Research suggests that high IQ individuals are more comfortable being alone because their minds are constantly active. Think about it. Do you feel more recharged when you spend time by yourself? For many high IQ minds, being alone isn't boring. It's where their best ideas begin. Open-mindedness. Highly intelligent people don't lock themselves into one way of thinking. They are incredibly open-minded. This means they are always willing to listen to other perspectives and even change their own opinions if they are presented with better facts. Psychologists call this intellectual humility. Instead of trying to win an argument, smart people are more interested in finding the truth. They don't see being wrong as a failure. They see it as an opportunity to upgrade their knowledge. They are also less likely to judge others or follow traditions blindly. They prefer to analyze every idea on its own merit. If you find yourself constantly saying, "I never thought about it that way," it's a sign of a very flexible and high-level brain. High self-control. There is a strong link between intelligence and self-control. Highly intelligent people have the ability to resist impulsive decisions and stay focused on long-term goals. They don't just act on their emotions, they think about the consequences. A famous study called the marshmallow test showed that children who could wait longer for a bigger reward tended to have higher success and IQ scores later in life. This is because high intelligence allows you to visualize the future and plan accordingly. If you are someone who can stay disciplined, manage your time, and say no to temporary pleasures for a better future, your brain is operating at a high level. Self-control is more than just willpower. It's a sign of a strategic mind. Are you good at waiting for a big reward? Or do you want it now? Tell me below. High empathy. You might think intelligence is all about logic, but high IQ is often linked to high empathy. This means you can feel what others are feeling and understand their perspective without them saying a word. Highly intelligent people are great at reading between the lines. They notice subtle changes in tone, body language, and emotions. Because their brains process information so deeply, they don't just hear your words, they understand your story. If you find yourself naturally putting yourself in other people's shoes and being a great listener, it's a sign of a highly developed and sensitive brain. Intelligence isn't just a number on a test. It's how you view and interact with the world. How many of these signs did you recognize in yourself? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video satisfying and insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the human mind.